Mr. Sarmad and Mrs., thank you for being here. Sarmad, can you please introduce yourself regarding your professional career?
I'm Sarmad Ali and I did my legal studies from United Kingdom from the University of Northumbria in 2012 and I came back to Pakistan in 2013 after completing my legal studies. And since 2013 I have been an independent legal practitioner all across Pakistan, and I do civil and criminal law related cases all across Pakistan and particularly in Lahore.
Thank you. How did you come to get involved in juvenile justice?
I got involved in this juvenile justice system issue in 2017 when I submitted a clemency plea of Iqbal, who released from the prison last year after spending 18 years in the prison. And I was the one who submitted his clemency plea. And since my involvement with Bali, I've been very much active in juvenile justice related activities, advocacy, and individual cases of those who are facing life imprisonment and death penalty all across Pakistan.
Thank you. When was your law organization founded and why?
It was founded by my father, who's the founder of this organization. It was registered under the law of Trust Act 1882, and it was founded to voice for the implementation of United Nations Conventions on Human Rights. Because in October 1999, Pakistan was came under the power of military dictator, then the military dictator named Pervez Musharraf. So he founded this organization to voice for the implementation of human rights and protection of civil liberties of Pakistanis.
Thank you. What are the pluses and the minuses of the Juvenile Justice System Act 2018 at the standpoint of human rights?
I believe that Juvenile Justice System Act 2018 actually is the dicto copy of United Nations Convention on the Rights of Child, to which Pakistan became a party in 1990. Article 37 of the CRC and Section 16 of Juvenile Justice prohibited the awarding of death penalty to juveniles. That is basically the pluses. But the negative point, or the negative issue upon which our organization and our partner organizations based in Europe, particularly Vivre, we believe that a lot of juveniles still sent to gallows because owing to inadequate age determination under Section 8 of Juvenile Justice System Act. So that is the negative. Despite having Section 16 in the juvenile justice system, a lot of juveniles have been sentenced or actually facing death penalty across Pakistan.
Okay. So if this law should be improved, what would be your 2 or 3 main suggestions?
I believe that this age determination under Section 18 of the Juvenile Justice System Act 2018 should be implemented in lines with the international standards. Those are scientific methods or documentary evidence. Like, I believe, as an independent self-employed practitioner, I believe that every marriage which takes place in Pakistan should be registered with notre, the electronic system, and every birth of a child should be registered within a first month of his birth. If we do that, we believe that the children should come into the mainstream electronic system of nadra. Only then we can save them from the gallows or life imprisonment.
Okay. Sarmad, how and why can it still happen in Pakistan that minors, meaning under 18, might be sentenced to death penalty or life imprisonment by a criminal court?
I still believe that there is not a single exclusive juvenile court, and by virtue of Section 4 of Juvenile Justice System Act 2018, the authorities, in consultation with the high courts of Pakistan, must have established exclusive juvenile courts across Pakistan. Not a single juvenile justice court is operative, and only additional charge has been granted to the existing criminal court trial judges. So we at law demand exclusive juvenile courts to be operational, or not operational, actually notified all across Pakistan for the protection of Juvenile Justice System Act, and the juvenile should be given due rights. I believe that a lot of juveniles had been sentenced. For instance, there was a condemned prisoner named Ansar Iqbal. He was sentenced to death in 2015 despite being a juvenile at the commission of an offence. So, like I said earlier, owing to inadequate age determination methods of juveniles across Pakistan still sent to gallows. So, if we have a proper scientific method of age determination and exclusive courts, we may not see a juvenile sent to gallows in next few years, or maybe from the day of this interview.
Thank you. Can you please summarize the diverse activities that you've been implementing together with Vivere?
Since 2017, Vivre and Law became partners after Law's intervention in the case of Iqbal alias Bali in 2017 October. Vivre and Law implemented about 15 sessions all across Punjab, another province of Pakistan called Sindh, on the advocacy as well as awareness raising of stakeholders on the rights and duties of the stakeholders, plus for the implementation of the Juvenile Justice Act. So number one task which we have been doing in collaboration with Vivre is advocacy through forums and trainings, and then we have individual cases. So we did a survey last year in 2020 by under the name I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name. Under the name tracing of juvenile of those facing life imprisonment and death penalty. So we traced about 87 cases until today. So we attempt to give legal assistance to all those who are on death row or facing life imprisonment, but owing to financial constraint we couldn't able to extend our legal assistance to all those who are behind bars. So second was individual cases. Number three, from this year, Legal Awareness Watch in collaboration with Vivre had started a newsletter containing news regarding juvenile justice and individual cases, plus the blasphemy cases, those which law is doing in collaboration with Vivre. So we have blasphemy on our cards as well. So that would be third one, and the fourth one, as I stated, that we have newsletter which is started to go on from this year. So we have already issued 3 editions and shared with the international organizations such as the World Coalition and the Consortium for Street Children based in London.
Fine, thank you. And in a few words, what are the pluses and the minuses in collaborating with Vivere?
I believe that law before October 2017 was dormant. It was created but never had the opportunity to implement extensively in the field of human rights and in the field of juvenile justice. So I thank Vivre for making this organization alive, and I wish to have the collaboration going for next 20 years. And I believe that Law and Vivre would implement as many as possible sessions, trainings, and legal defense to those who are behind bars and facing death penalty and life imprisonment, including juveniles, vulnerables, for instance, women and people accused of blasphemy, and those who are unrepresented as well.
And what about the minuses?
Minuses is that Vivre has been collaborating with Law, but I believe that there is no guarantee that we have for how many years we could go on with this collaboration. So I believe that in order to build a strong human rights institution, there should be some sort of a guarantee that we will be collaborating with Sarmad Ali and Law for next 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. So the Vivre always extend the collaboration after one year. So there should be some sort of a certainty that how many years we gonna have this collaboration going. So this point is the negative in my sense.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Your final words?
When I wish Vibre to remain in the Juvenile Justice System Act of Pakistan for next 20 years, so that we could save as much as possible juveniles from gallows and from life imprisonment without parole.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.